Guys, so yesterday we were melting down into these solid support areas for these altcoins. We saw BTC playing a little bit of games with us, but these altcoins seem to have held a lot of these big areas that we were watching over the last 24 hours. So not a bad result. And now they've taken off. And they're starting to push. And a question I'm asking myself is now, is this bounce the one we were looking at yesterday, where we said we're going to get this bounce and we're going to push these altcoins into resistance, and then there are short opportunities for the bears, or are we going to blow through? So guys, there's a poll running right now in the chats. Please have a look at that for me. Fill that in. I want to go through that poll. I want to see where you guys are at with regards to how you feel about this bounce. Then today, what do I have for you? I've got a DYDX setup that I'm talking about today. I've got Render, Injective, Rune, Phantom, Link. Bruce is coming at the end with a banger setup that involves some indicators as well. And I have a gold trade that is brewing. It's finally time to dust off my Prime XBT and get involved in a gold trade. So we got a lot to go through here. Let's get right into it. Let's take a current BTC chart that I'm watching. This is the 4-hour setup. You guys see this pretty much every day, so you are used to this one now. I am looking at this current trend break that we did get from BTC, so that is a little bit exciting. We were saying yesterday we're looking for a trend break here. Finally today we've pushed up, we have cracked this trend, so that is a great start, and these alts have responded very nicely here. So BTC now, what is our target? We are just looking to crack this 38,000 region again, and maybe we get through it this time, but right now our target for in the interim here is 38k for this break. If we do lose this region, I'm looking at the 618 again, this 36,670 as support for us, and then lower down we've got this 36,200 again coming into play. So that is how I'm playing BTC at the moment. Obviously nice for the bulls. We got a little trend break that's going to help these alts. If we do get a BTC rejection though, we could be under a little bit of pressure. We have seen 𝗏𝑥 come to the party as well, though. This is BTC on the 1 hour, and 𝗏𝑥 has even printed a bullish long here. So things are looking a little bit better here for BTC. And the 𝗏𝑥 target on this 1 hour chart is about 38,000. So that's tying in quite nicely. And then if we pull out the liquidation heat map that I've been following, this is all the exchanges combined. You can see there's a nice cluster on both sides here. I'm looking at 38,100 as a potential region if we go long to liquidate some of those bears up there. And then if it does pull back, 36k is quite a hot zone on this liquidation heat map. So where does that tie in with us? Well, that ties in as a little wick down just under this 36,200 region. So let's see if my pen's going to work here. No, my pen's giving me a hard time on TradingView currently, but that's 36,200 region, maybe just a wick through that area could take us to that liquidation heat map zone. Okay, this is the current dominance situation, and we've seen a little bit of BTC strength, and dominance is pushing through. So, I mean, ideally what we want to see for the alts is dominance dropping, but if BTC is pumping and dominance is pumping, that's also fine for the alts. They are a little bit happy, and you can see that's translating on the charts here. They're moving off these zones that we went through yesterday. Guys, don't forget to fill in that poll for me. I want to see the sentiment out there. I want to see how you guys are feeling. You know, is this the move that we wanted? Are we going to go? I see we got LFGs coming through here. What's happening, guys? Hello. Who else is here in the chats? We got requests here for Render going on. Thomas is here. Crispy boy, what's happening, bro? Okay, guys, so let's take a look at something else that's actually getting quite interesting to me right now, and that might have a big effect on all these markets before we dive into these altcoins, is the current 𝗕𝗂𝐸 situation. And we've been watching over the last while. This 𝗕𝗂𝐸 has been dropping very nicely, and it's lost this 200-day MA. But what is interesting now is we're potentially moving into a 𝗕𝗂𝐸 bounce area. So the 618 is my next hot area, and my eyes are locked in on this RSI that's incredibly oversold. So the last time we had such an oversold RSI, we saw the 𝗕𝗂𝐸𝐸 pump mega moves here, and that did put the markets under a little bit of pressure. So anyway, eyes on this 𝗕𝗂𝐸𝐸 here, and maybe a little dip lower, and then unfortunately or fortunately a potential reversal coming there on the 𝗕𝗂𝗃, and that might have something to, or might have an effect on the stock market. As you can see, the S&P currently is a little bit overbought on this RSI here on the daily, and you can see it is getting a little bit tired in this region. It is starting to turn over, even though it is trying to hold the support. So we're going to watch these two together. They might play into each other here, and 𝗕𝗂𝗃 up, S&P down potentially. Right, and tell me also in the chats how bearish is run on a scale of 1 to 10. How bearish is run right now? Can you guys let me know, because I didn't see the show. So I got a feeling there's half of the banter crew are a little bit bearish, and the other half are a little bit bullish. So let me know what you guys are feeling there, and tell me run sentiments here. Does he really want to send this stuff to zero? How deep is this pullback he's looking for? Okay, here we go, guys. First token I wanted to talk about was DYDX. So it is in the news lately, and I mean, we have traded this a little bit. We've had some good moves out of DYDX, but we've also had some bad moves. There was a hack and all sorts of things happening, and now we've got a situation here where we've got something like $500 million worth of tokens are getting unlocked for DYDX. So the question is, you know, is this a short? Should everyone be panicking? You know, why are they not selling this thing? And I'm looking at this DYDX thing as a potential opportunity here. If we look at counter trading this narrative and say, okay, well, the unlock's coming in a couple of days. What's the ideal situation for them? The ideal situation for them is a potential higher DYDX and a pumped DYDX. So maybe there's a potential long brewing here. That could pay or lead us into a short situation, but I'm interested in DYDX longs. So for me, I'm watching this on the 15 minutes currently, and you can see what's going on here. This is obviously DGen paradise, guys. So DGen's out here. This is for you. This is the 15-minute time frame, DYDX with a massive unlock coming. Couldn't get any more dangerous than this. So we do have a break of trend here on DYDX, and we have come back to retest this 382 region for now. So I have my eyes locked on DYDX, potential long play coming, maybe pump this DYDX price a little bit, and then they can start selling their tokens. Who knows how it's going to play out, but there is a trend break currently, and you can see we did have a slightly bearish, slightly bullish setup here. Ideally, we wanted that little move down lower to give us that little inverse head and shoulders, but now it's pushed on without us. But if we do get this wick lower, potential bounce coming here at the 618, and then this shape will still be in play, and maybe this move is going to play out. So let me know your thoughts on that. Are you guys too scared to long a massive token unlock coming, or are you feeling that vibe here? Let me know how you guys are. Let me see the scale here. Bearish run, 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 is not too bad. What else we got here? What are the other rankings here, guys? I can only see a couple of rankings here. Okay, they're calling Run the Bear at the moment. Okay, but he mustn't be too bearish. Bosa closed all his trades just in case. Look, better safe than sorry. Joy still wants to know about Lido. Joy, we looked at Lido yesterday. We were watching that trend support. So it might have moved off there, and if ETH starts moving, then I think you're going to be okay. CryptoNate long DYDX, guys, could be a ballsy play. Let's see how it goes. It's proper DGen vibes, though. You need to understand your degree of DGen here if you are longing DYDX with a token unlock coming. Okay, let's get into our next chart that I wanted to talk to you about. And we mustn't forget the tokens that led us here in the first place, that brought us into this bull market. These are things like Render, Injective, Link. These guys, we mustn't forget about them. They've been a little bit quiet lately, but I just want to bring them back to your attention, guys, because, quiet tokens, quiet, and next thing they're going to run away without us when we aren't paying attention. So just one more time, here is Render on the weekly. You can see what's going on. This 382 is a massive level, this 3 level. And we've been looking at this 3 level for quite a while here. This is the 4-hour time frame zoomed in. And on 4 hour, it doesn't look like a big deal. It just looks like a 382 bounce. But this 382 area is a major weekly area for Render. So this is very strong support, and it would take a lot to break it, obviously. So we did have a nice bounce of that area. So Render is actually cooking here. Render's looking decent. We are pushing into resistance currently, and then we do have the trend to play with. So bulls, if you didn't catch this 382 bounce, try and be a little bit more patient. But there is a little play coming here on Render. If things are going to turn bullish, BTC pushes pushes into 38, consolidates around that area, and should unlock these alts and give us a little bit more of a boost to these altcoins. So that is the game plan on render if BTC holds that area. Remember, if BTC bumps into 38K and rejects hard, well, these alts are going to sweat bullets here, and they're going to reject at these resistance areas, and then we're going to start feeling some heat. So remember, the best buys were always on these solid support zones when we were feeling super bearish. And now's our opportunity. We're pushing into these resistance zones just like we were planning yesterday. And now's our opportunity. We either TPing here, we shorting, or if you didn't catch those longs, now you got to wait a little bit longer and let things break higher so we can get our longs in. I got a request for Matic. Yeah, we looked at that Matic yesterday. Matic's still in no man's land for me there, Christoffel. I still love Matic at 68. Not sure if we're going to get it, but I love Matic at around 68. Let's take a look at Injective here again. Also, this is one of the tokens that got us here, got us into this bull market. Let's respect Injective and let's look after Injective. You know, this is the weekly, and again, it's held so well considering what's been going on. Look at these weekly candles here. Look at that resistance area over here at 14.6, and it was turned into support. This region 14.5, it's a massive weekly area for Injective, and it's respecting these levels beautifully, holding well considering what we've seen and all these dumps and all these things. So Injective is one of my favorites to start pushing when the time is right. I think Injective is going to give us some big moves again. And this area, again, this 14.6 region is that major weekly region. So remember, on render, this is the same play here. It's a 382, and it's actually tying in with a major weekly zone. So a massive area to crack. If Injective loses that area, things are going to get pretty dark out there, I would say. But right now, support play for Injective bulls. This 14.6 is a big region for you. And look, scalper guys, you might have to wait for a little bit more action there. But the spot traders and the low leverage guys, this 14.6 is big support. So if you are bullish on the market moving forward in the next while without a major 30% correction like some of the guys are talking about, this is big support to watch. Guys, talk to me. Let's see. Let's take a look at this poll. I want to see how this poll is going. Yeah, are you guys answering my poll? Bruce, let me know if you can see the poll there in the chat there for me. Oh, here it is. Okay, here it is. Okay, so we got 55% are saying this time is different. Guys, maybe this time is different, you know? We got alts pushing into resistance. Remember, yesterday we were dipping into support, and everybody wanted to short on support. They were saying this time is different. And what happened? We got that bounce on good supports, and now we're pushing on. Remember, guys, we don't want to get too bullish at resistance, and we don't want to get too bearish at support. It actually should be the other way around. Okay, so 54% are saying this time is different. 46% are still a little bit bearish. Well, I've got something then for the bears. Okay, so here's a trade for you. If you are a bear and you are feeling bearish, here is a short setup on Sol. So this is exactly what we were planning yesterday. We were watching this trend, and we were looking at this rejection and what happens with these areas. They reject down, and when they bounce, we look for those reactions and those rejections at these horizontals. So bears, this is the zone I was telling you about yesterday, and here we are. Sol's bounced off the 618. It's pushed into this 56 region, and this is your potential time to shine. So all the bears out there, let me see you in the chats. I know Luba's a bear. Luba, are you in these chats here? Let me know your thoughts on the Sol situation. I know Luba's here. Okay, and the bears, let me know who's liking the short setup here on Solana. Luba says this time it will be better. Okay, we'll see. But guys, yeah, the bears, here's your short, and your target is going to be the 618 at 51. So you're looking at about 11% move. Your stop or your risk is about 2.2%. And here comes your short, and it's a typical play. We've bounced, just like we said. We pushed into this resistance area, and if this time is not different, we're sending it down. So there's your short setup, guys. Luba, let me know if you're brave enough to short Sol. Makro says I'm so long Sol. Look, I love Sol, guys, and you know Bruce, he's probably like twitching in his seat here in the background because we know Bruce is a massive Sol fan. But maybe a little move here, maybe a little move down here for Sol. Okay, guys. So let me know your thoughts. Who's brave enough to jump into a sol short with BTC breaking trend? Let's just see how BTC is doing here. There's wait, we've lost our BTC. Hold on. Okay, there's our dominance, and let's pull up BTC. Okay, so we're gonna watch BTC here. Little rejection so far. I've lost that chart with the trend on it, but we can just bang out a new one for you. And that's where we are currently with BTC. So we're going to watch that one closely. And yeah, a nice little BTC rejection with some altcoins at resistance could play out very nicely. Okay, let's look at the next one. We've got Rune. And Rune has lost a weekly support, but you can see it's still fighting back for us and trying to push through this area. So for me, this Rune region, this 5.7 is quite a big zone for me, because I want to see Rune reclaim this area and then still push to the 7.7. I don't think Rune is done, and anything bullish out of BTC and one sniff of it from the market, and they're going to get stuck into this Rune. And I really do like the 7.7. So there is a big move brewing here for Rune, but obviously BTC needs to play ball. And what do I have for Rune on the 4 hour? Well, you can see they're trying. You know, BTC's given us a sniff. BTC broke trend, and here's Rune on the 4 hour sticking its head through, saying potential bigger move or bigger things coming for Rune. So if you are watching Rune, you want to look at this. You want to look at some support areas where it can maybe hold, or you can look for some support. If you are looking for longs on Rune, we do have this break of trend now. And if you've watched me long enough, you know the drill. We love a support buy. So if we do get this little push, let's see if we get our nice little support move here on Rune, and then potentially send it higher. And we want to reclaim this 5.7. We want it to become good support. And if you zoom out on things, you can see once again, this is a big area for us. So I'd like to get through this area and then push a little bit higher. Again, if we reject here downside, it's pretty clear. 4.4, that's your downside area, or that's your first stop for Rune if things get really salty out there and we start dropping. Lots of questions for Grok, guys. And who's been trading Super and Grok? We've been scalping this Super and Grok today. It's been pretty fun. Let me know who's been playing around. I saw that 𝗵𝗏 as well. That was a good mover. So I've got that for you on my list as well. So I've covered, what have we got? We got DYDX, I've done Render, Injective, Rune. I've got Link for you. Yes, let's not forget about Link, the leader of the bull market, the one that started it all, the one that initially made us all so happy. Let's pull up Link here. Okay, so Link's been very quiet, and just, you know, be wary of a quiet Link. Out of nowhere, this thing is going to come and do what it needs to do. So, you know, things are okay at the moment, but Link has been consolidating. These other coins have been popping off, gaming tokens, absolute shit coins blowing up everywhere, small caps, and Link's just been cruising here for what seems like an eternity, but it's about 20 days. So it's actually not that long. But 20 days worth of consolidation, what is their plan? You know, if things turn bullish, I think Link could be quite explosive here for us. And we could look at some big numbers up ahead. But the most obvious area for me is still this 18 region, a little bit higher. But how do we play that? Well, we got Link here. We got a resistance at 16.5, and we've got this current 15.2. So the way I like, the way I would play Link, I'd like to see what happens up here. If we get to this region, I want to see the type of reaction we get. But if this thing blows up here at any point, we could get that move, and it could happen pretty quickly. And what I do like about Link is this little higher low and squeezy type situation that is forming here for Link. So this could play on for a few more days even. So we could quite easily get a situation like this where Link just wants to do that, and eventually it's going to squeeze up for us. So I'm watching Link closely. It is on my watch list. I don't talk about it every day, but I look at this thing every day. It's incredibly boring though. Hasn't been doing much, but yeah, first line of support here for now is 13.8, and if that little rising wedge is going to play out, we could get that move. It could work out quite nicely for us. Luba says short time, so Luba's going short. 𝗵𝗏𝗆 wants to know about BCH. Well, guys, we've got something in store for you, and we're going to save it for the end. So Bruce is prepping an actual Bruce setup here might be ready to go. So we're going to save that one for the end. We're going to sell it for likes. So let's look at this current like situation, because I've also got a gold trade for you guys. This is pitiful. 283 likes. And there's what, 1,440 of you watching here. So start firing up those likes. We got another setup coming from Bruce as well, and I do have a gold trade. I'm literally dusting off that prime XBT, and I've got a gold trade that I'm finally ready for. So we're going to get to that one shortly. Let me know, guys. Gold trade. Anyone want to trade gold? Anyone want to trade oil? Let me know. I know it's been all altcoins the last couple of weeks. We've lost our focus on gold and things, but that's always a fun one to trade. Okay, let's look at Grok. Lots of questions about Grok, and this is actually the scalper's dream, really. When you find these tokens that are pumping like this, super Grok, all these types of things, if you're a scalper and you're a little bit of a degen, you can dial into these 15-minute candles, and we've been having so much fun here, scalping Grok and super. And you can see the story. You can see how these things play out. You get these inverse head and shoulders, which you've just actually seen now on DYDX. We're looking for a similar type of setup. We want to see that pop. We want to see it move forward. Nice little break. And where did it come back to retest? It came back and it retested the 618. Again, all these tokens respecting 382, 618s. They're respecting these levels. It's quite easy to scalp on the 15 minutes when they start behaving this way. And again, typical moves. You're looking for break of trends. You're looking for pullbacks onto these horizontals and these type of areas. And yeah, working out quite nicely for now. So let's see if we do have any new entries here for Grok. Let's see what we can put together here. Okay, so you want to bang out some trends. You want to look for those trend breaks. You can see what I did over here. We had the trend break. It came back. It retested in that area. So here we are, trend break. And let's see how this one plays out. Let's see if we've got some fib action here for you. Okay, there's a fib pull from that low, and you can see that it respects these fibs really nicely. Obviously, Grok is incredibly volatile, guys. So the leverage guys out there, you need to be very careful. Small positions, big moves on things like Grok, super, it's incredibly volatile. So if you're taking high leverage and big moves, you're going to get absolutely wrecked here. These candle moves are massive. They're 5%, 8%, very quick up and down, and you can get hurt very quickly. So if you are scalping small positions, big moves, and play key support areas, and you can see here's one right here, this little 618 horizontal. So that's a potential support zone. You can see it's been tested 1, 2 already. Maybe that will hold. And again, if you are long Grok, we've got this rising trend, and simple, you start losing this trend, the game's over, the longs are over. And then you start looking for your shorts, or you sit back patiently and you zoom out and you wait for the next big zone, and you can catch your bounce. So right now, Grok, rising trend, looking for entries, scalping this thing up and down, and lose that trend. Things are bearish, and then maybe the party's over for Grok. We move on to the next coin that's pumping. Same story here with super. So super, this is the super on the 1 hour, and yesterday we saw this super dipping into 618 region, hung around, and you guys know just under the 618, this is quite a hot zone here. We call it the sniper zone, this little area underneath the 618. So sometimes we hit the 618, but they wick you a little bit lower and they push you up. So that is the sniper zone there under the 618, and hanging around in that area, trend break, and off it went. And now super is holding this rising trend for now, and let's see how it's going to play now as it's coming into decision time for Rune. So I mean for super. So let's dial in a little bit on the 15 minutes here for you guys. Full on degen vibes. Full on degen vibes. Guys, what time frame candles are you trading here? Let me know. I remember there was once somebody here trading 1 minute candles. I don't know how you do it. Pokey Bro says getting rinsed, love the lingo. But is there another phrase for getting rinsed? I don't know. I think that's the only phrase. If you're getting rinsed, you're getting rinsed.
You can call it getting
See,
small.
Killer Crypto. What's up, Ray?
What's up?
I see Ray's been long CAS. Ray's been ripping this CAS up, and it has finally responded a bit today. So we're going to look at CAS shortly. Okay, so super is in a rising trend. If we lose this rising trend, it's quite simple. The party is over. You can see we have had a 618 rejection. So note the 618 region here. My pen is not working on TradingView again. 618 rejection for super. So now is the decision time. We need to actually move here if this thing is going to remain bullish. Yeah, it's not giving me my pen, guys. Okay, rising trend for super. Your support currently that I'm watching is 0.4. Pretty much, yeah, 0.4 on the button. That's your support right now. We start losing this rising trend for super. Then take your foot off the gas if you're trying to be long. Let it settle down. Look for some more structure. And you can see what we're doing here. We're playing trend breaks. We're playing fibs. We're playing those things. And again, DJ and stuff, guys, 15 minutes. But it can work if you've got time on your hands. And, you know, you've got you're not too scared to take a couple of blows there trading 15 minutes. You should be all right. Pokey Bro says he didn't get rinsed, he got shafted. Guys, don't be afraid to get rinsed, especially the leverage traders out there. It's part of the fun. Getting rinsed is part of the fun. Remember, the upsides are always fun, but you got to take a little bit of downside with it. So okay, here's 𝐶𝐴S. Latest update on 𝐶𝐴S. Nice reaction here. 618 has pushed up, but again, trend rejection. So is this time different? Here's our trend, downtrend, trend rejection. And what's the play now for the bulls? Well, the bulls, this is your support, 0.1222. That is your new support. That's a stake in the ground here for 𝐶𝐴S. And ideally, what we want to see again, we want to see this new horizontal region hold as well. So let's dial in a little bit here. And are there any Yankees fans out there? Are there any New Yorkers out here watching the show? I hope you like my new cap. I grabbed this thing from Lids. Okay, horizontal support, 𝐶𝐴S. You're looking at this pullback zone here, 0.1295 and 0.122. So those are your support regions for 𝐶𝐴S. If you want to be long, those are your best areas that you can work with as support regions or potential exit regions. So you can see why they make sense to me. Horizontal supports, and yeah, you will have some fib tie in there as well. And then obviously the dream is that 𝐶𝐴S blows through this thing and get some further support higher up, and then we can really start the 𝐶𝐴S party. Because I've been sitting in this 𝐶𝐴S long, she's probably 2 weeks now. And it's pretty frustrating. You can see what they've done to me here. Lots of up and then lots of down. So it's been quite a ride. I want to see more upside on 𝐶𝐴S. So I'm holding tight. Old bags over there, Simon, though, he's holding tons of bags. He's not in a leverage position on it. So he's just cruising. Pokey Bros is working that minute chart. Yeah, I knew it. I knew there were 1 minute traders here. Okay, guys. So I've got 2 more setups for you. First one is gold. Okay, I've been very quiet on gold and oil and things. It hasn't been quite ready, and so I haven't taken a gold position yet. My actual gold trade is going to be short. So I've got an S&P 500 long, which is still running. This is my last long from I opened this one 2-3 weeks ago. I had a whole bag of these longs. I've closed most of them. This is my last one in play. And then oil, these are my last 2 oil longs left. So I want to look for a potential gold trade. I'm going to show you my thinking behind it. And yeah, it might be that time. I know gold is looking super bullish, and you guys are thinking I'm going to absolutely get rinsed here. But my thinking here is gold is breaking through a resistance area. We see that. We do have this wick up here. We see that. It's interesting. Could be a target for us. What I like is this RSI is now potentially, we got to see what happens here, but I really want to see this RSI start turning over and gold just pushing a little bit higher. And I want to see this bearish divergence here. And that's going to be a potential sign for me that gold is going to start turning over. And then I'm going to start laddering into a gold short. And the reason I also like that is this 𝗕𝗂𝐸 is about to reverse. So when the 𝗕𝗂𝐸 starts reversing, we know what happens. Gold is potentially going to start reversing. So the 𝗕𝗂𝐸 starts pumping, gold's going to start reversing. So that is kind of what I'm looking for. This is my setup playing into the two are playing into each other right now. So we're going to do this one carefully, but I think we got an imminent reversal here on the 𝗕𝗂𝐸 within the next day or 3, I would say, to be fair. And then gold is going to feel some of that heat. and potentially roll over there. So that is my plan. I'm going to start trying to build this gold short. Remember, these ones are slow movers. You go small positions, you build these positions, you can pack them up. And eventually when they start working, well, then we're going to start looking at targets again, probably in the region of this 1940 area. But we'll figure that out once we see gold actually turning over. And I've started climbing into this thing. So yeah, Bojan, exactly. But remember, Bojan's saying in the meantime, gold is printing. Yeah, remember, best shorts happen when things are green. Best longs happen when things are red. So remember that. So yeah, we're gonna be looking at that. Luba's all over the short. I mean, you say the word short and Luba starts jumping out of her chair. So yeah, I know she's keen. Okay, so that's the plan for gold. And then guys, okay, what's the likeage here? 283 likes. Okay, no, that's not going to work for me. Bruce is coming with a banging setup. 450 likes. Let's go. 450 likes, and I'm bringing Bruce. He's got a setup. While we're waiting there, guys, okay, keep it going, Bruce. Let me know how we're going. Is Ray still there? Ray, what's the likeage?
Man, the likeage is not good. I think we need 600 likes, please. Let's go, guys.
Well, maybe they just don't like it. I don't know. Maybe they don't like altcoins. Maybe they don't like alpha. Who knows?
You don't like profit? Come on, man.
They obviously don't like profit. But I don't know. Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. Come on, guys. Let's keep it going. Okay, Ray, let me know how many likes we got going here. Okay, let's take a look at 𝗏. Thanks for helping me yesterday with the pronunciation there. There was a lot of debates as to how to even say this thing. So again, this is a new token in the market, a lot of hype around it. Again, how do you play this thing? There's not much data. There's not much information. All I've got is 1 hour candles. Cunning George is playing hard to get. Well, I'm going to play hard to want, bro. What's going on here? So PYTH, 𝗏. Look at this. We got a trend break on the 1 hour. And again, this is DGen vibes, guys. Potential play here is this break of trend and retest. And you can see we do have this rising trend as well. So that is going to help us guide us to say, okay, cool, we are in a new uptrend potentially. So let's see if 𝗏 is going to hold this region and continue this uptrend. There might be something happening here for you. So this is a typical trend break and retest on the 1 hour. And look, it worked yesterday. We were looking at this yesterday, 618 again. And yeah, worked out quite nicely. Decent mover there.
We're at 613.
Oh, well, that's a lot better. Oh, I couldn't see mine. Guys, I hope I didn't offend anyone. The screen in front of me has been frozen. I appreciate the likes. Okay, let's get a drum roll in here. Let's see if my drum roll's working. No, my round of applause is working.
Oh my God, you guys cracked me up. That's
Lord
so funny.
Bruce, Uncle Bruce.
Good morning, everyone.
Okay, they've been waiting for this. Now, tell us what this is. It's a combination of things.
Yes. Well, yeah. So, actually, my name is not Bruce today. My name is 𝗏𝗏. I'm channeling Simon today because he showed us the setup. The setup looks awesome. So I'm going to do a little bit of Lux Algo magic for you, and this all depends, by the way, on Bitcoin breaking through that level and going to the top of the channel. If it rejects, almost with everything we're talking about long, if it rejects from that resistance level, then we're just gonna, it's just everything else will revert with it. But let's take a look.
Okay, let's see. Let's take a look.
So looking at BCH, and I forget who was clamoring for BCH. So, 𝗏𝗏𝗏, we love you, brother. Or sister, I can't tell. Basically, price has been on a long retracement down over here to a support level. That's pretty standard. Pretty clear support right there with a swing failure, Wyckoff thingamajigger there, came back under, and now he's retesting it. What I'm looking at is, and what makes this interesting, as Simon pointed out, is the fact that on the Lux Algo oscillator, it printed a very strong buy signal right over there, and that the cash flow is positive, which means there's money coming into this. So what I'm looking at, and I'm going to zoom in just a little bit right over here, is I'm hoping this actually comes down just a little bit more. The reason is because if we take the trade right now to get under this low right over there, we're talking about almost a 3% stop loss, which is something I don't like. So we got a red candle that's printing, and I would love to see this thing just push down just a little bit so we can have about a 1.2 5% stop loss underneath that low right over there. And then you would obviously need to break through this trend line right over there, at which point you're looking at probably a 242.17 as your first TP, and then after that I would take partial and then see how big it goes from there. Again, all depending on Bitcoin. If it does lose that level, one of the things to watch for is that and this will all be if Bitcoin loses its cookies, is that let me zoom in just a bit. There's another level down below, and if you and right in the 205 level. So if it loses support here, you'll basically get stopped out. Maybe a 1.5%, 2%. The good news though is that if you pick up the trade down below in the, hang on a sec, where'd it go? My thingies go. Hang on.
What did you lose here? What did you lose?
I lost something. I lost my. Oh, there we go. Got it back. Sorry.
Okay.
If you look at the cloud over there, this level is right in the middle of the green, the strong buy area over there. So if we lose this level, thanks for that. You will lose a percent or so in your stop, but you will gain an extra 5.5% going up. So if you get stopped down, don't worry about it. Just wait down below where that 200-day moving average is, and pick it up, and you lose 1.5% and you gain 5.5%. So all in all, it's a good deal either way.
Nice one, Bruce. Guys, remember, Bruce you can grab in Sniper Club. He's part of the Sniper team. And let me know if my screen is breaking up here, because I see my internet is jumping around. Well, Bruce is part of the Sniper Club. He's part of the Sniper team with us. He's posting alpha in the Sniper Club every day, all day long. Me, Simon, Bruce, David, Mama Sniper's there, OG's there, and obviously Sheldon's there, and we're posting all sorts of things. So, guys, if you want a piece of that Sniper Club, there is a link in the description. Bruce, thank you.
You're very welcome.
See you later. So, and Ray, tell me something here. What is that token they said you were long on? You were long what?
I think it started with a J. I'm not sure if you can say that.
Ray is long. Okay, guys, remember, let's take one more look at this banter bubbles here. Don't forget about the banter bubbles where you can guess the BTC price. If I can just work my tech, which seems to have left me now. Hold on 1 second. Let's just pull this up here. Okay, don't forget, guys, banter bubbles. You can go into banter bubbles, click on the BTC bubble, and you can guess the BTC price for the end of the year. And if you are trading on any one of our banter links, then you can win up to 1 BTC if you take 10 trades before the 1st of January. I need to find the BTC bubble. Where's the BTC bubble? It's probably small and hidden away here. Okay, there it is. Okay, so you need any one of these links. What you're going to do is you're going to click on the ready button. You're going to put in your price and your user ID and guess the price of BTC, and you can win 1 BTC. Okay. Jeez, my internet is very bad, guys. Forgive me if I'm jumping around. Right, everybody, thank you. That was great. More alpha, Sniper Club. You can get us there. Otherwise, tag me on Twitter if you want me to look at some of your charts. And also, at the end of the show here, in the comments, leave the charts you want, and I can prep them for you guys tomorrow and take a look at things for you. So it's going to make it really simple for me if you leave your charts in the comments. And yeah, we'll deal with that one tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.